out of about 100,000 realtors worldwide. So why did I change? I think that, and I think this might help y'all, RE/MAX is a wonderful company, but it's kind of it's a one-dimensional company. It works great in an up market, but it doesn't work great in a down market. And so I saw the market shifting, and a lot of my agents were having to leave because they didn't understand how to shift with the market back in 8, 9, and 10. And when I actually started seeing that they weren't being trained and they were having to leave me because they had to decide whether to make their house payment or whether to pay me, then that 100% concept wasn't working so well anymore. So I started looking for an alternative. Plus, I was giving the company a couple $100,000 a year and I wasn't making anything anymore. So I started searching around for what might be a good alternative or just get out of the business. And I remember this company that interviewed me a long time ago called Keller Williams. And they showed me more recognition as a competitor and put me in their book and interviewed me and flown me down and everything. They showed me more recognition than my own company, even though I was their top guy. And so I called Keller Williams and asked for Gary. And I didn't get Gary, but actually Mark Willis, who you just heard speak a little while ago, was down in my office not long after that. And I wasn't a real easy sell. I said, Mark, I really appreciate you coming down here, but I have to tell you, I'm not sure that this is for me. I said, here's what I need. I need someone. My agents are having to leave because they're not trained well, and they need the best training possible. And I don't want to train them. I can't train them. I want a company that can train them better than they've ever had, better than they ever have before. He says, I can do that. I said, okay. And I want a more flexible payment schedule for them that I've been trying to create on my own. I actually was trying to create something that, like Mark said, I was trying to create a concept and I'd already figured out what the concept was. I said, I want a concept where the only way that they earn, unlike RE/MAX, no matter what with RE/MAX, you have to pay rent. You have to write a large check every month. I said, I want a more flexible payment schedule where they only have to pay me when they earn money. And that way it's more flexible for the agents, they can afford it, and we will help them succeed, and the only way we make money is when they succeed. He said, I can do that. I said, okay, you can train them, and you can help them, and you can have more flexible payment schedule. He says, yes. I said, okay, well, I want a company that makes money. Last year, the year before, I joined RE/MAX, and it's a 5-year franchise agreement, and I paid them $200,000, and I didn't make anything. I want to make money for owning a business, have a business worth owning. You've heard the saying, business worth owning, life worth living. I want to have a business worth owning. He says, I can do that. I said, but there's a catch. I want to make money in my real estate company, but I don't want to run it anymore. He said, I can do that too. I said, wow, this is pretty interesting now. I said, okay, let me give you another one. I have a title company that profit shares. I'd like to profit share with my agents so that we can all have a win-win. I can do that too. I said, okay, I'm in. And I cannot tell you how wonderful of an experience it's been to be with Keller Williams. Now, they say whether you drank the Kool-Aid or not. I never was a Kool-Aid drinker, but I feel like I drank the Kool-Aid now. What I got that I didn't realize is the culture. Some of the things that have influenced my life the most in Keller Williams, and by the way, I have to stop for a minute. This is amazing. I was a top producer for RE/MAX for 20 years, right? I want people in this room to guess how many people from Keller Williams ever called me and asked me to join Keller Williams in 20 years. Anyone?
No.
0. 0. I was an influencer, okay, a game changer, and no one ever called and asked me. Just keep that in mind, because someone has to be invited, someone has to be called. That's huge to me.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that way?
Maybe they were afraid to call the top producers. Intimidated. They thought I would never change. But all someone had to do is ask me. Everyone wants to feel wanted. And I'm so opportunistic that I'm gonna listen to anything. At least listen, right? They never asked me. So some of the things is don't be intimidated by calling top producers. It's huge. And I agree with everything that that was said up here before me, that John said, that Mark said, but some of the things, some of the ways that it's influenced my life. Someone said, was talking about training earlier, I think she left, but anyway, she was talking about training. And some of the things that are amazing to me is I learned more at Keller Williams in the first 6 months I was there than at RE/MAX in 20 years. And I am, okay, a top producer. I was their top guy. I'm a top guy here. But that's not important. I'm not here about me, but I just want to share with you the stories that you can share with other people. It's not just the bottom of the rung agents that need this. It's the top of the rung agents too. Here's how it's changed my life in 3 years. This is real life. Okay? Big story. Okay? One of the things that I didn't realize that I got when I joined Keller Williams is culture. I wasn't very cultured. You could say, well, hey, how much was your gross commissions of GCI? How much? Someone said, hey, what's your GCI? I said, what's your name? And why do you want to know? You know, we didn't share stuff like that. You know, and so I said, okay, culture is amazing. We all share with each other. When I was at RE/MAX, we didn't share anything. It's like, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing. Let's go for it. Okay? And now I've got culture. I'm still working on it, by the way. But, you know, here's what I got. God or spiritual first, family second, business last. That's it. That's one of the huge ways that this has helped me. I had it the other way around. I had work up here. My father taught me you're supposed to kill the meat, put it on the table. That's your job as a man. Do that, and you've done good. So I always worked to make sure my family had enough. I always make sure I knew my mother and father needed taken care of. I was going to make sure I had enough to not only take care of my family, but my mother and father when they got older, which I do right now, and I'm really happy about that. But my point is that I had work first. Okay? Well, I lost a woman I was married to 18 years and another woman I was with 7 years because I had work first and they didn't feel important. And that's real life. But now, I'm proud to say at the age, right over the age of 52, about 3 years ago, when I joined Keller Williams, I started refocusing. And now I used to work, I don't know how many hours y'all work. I used to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week, no problem. I may work 40 now. And on my team, which is one of the top producing teams in Keller Williams, I work a couple hours a week on my team. But I work a total of about 40 hours. So the God family business, or spiritual family business, however you want to say it, has been a huge impact to me. Now my family is happier, I have a happier life, more balanced and everything else, and I never expected to get that from Keller Williams. They've also helped me to learn to recruit and retain the right people. I used to say, Johan, you know, I know in an appointment to hire someone, you're going to tell me exactly what I want to hear, right? Everyone's going to tell you exactly what they want to hear. I hated the interview process. It's like, Johan, you look like a good guy, you're hired, okay? That was my whole interview process. And I learned something called, and do you know a bad hire can cost you a couple $100,000 or more, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 or more. I started taking Recruit Select. And that has been a huge awakening for me. I have attention deficit disorder for sure. And I can't stand to sit for a long time like we're sitting right now. But at the same time, if you sit with someone, and John was so right, if you can just find those right 5 people that are your wealth determiners for the next, and find those 5 people, your work is done. And so I've been really focused on finding those right 5 people in my life now, and it's through Recruit Select. It's the best course you can ever take in the history of Keller Williams, in my opinion. And it's called the ABA, and we do it, we validate each other, and it's the best thing, and you will get to know people on a different level. They will appreciate the fact that you got to know them, and you will make the right hires in your life. Now I have team leaders, okay? I own 3 market centers, soon to be 4, but the 2 people that I have that are my partners and team leaders in my market centers, they run the whole companies. I meet with them for 30 minutes to an hour a week. And my whole focus now is how I can help them better their lives and build build their companies better. That's all I do, 1 hour a week, each company. And we have a third company that we just bought, and I instead of I took my team leader and made him an OP. So I don't even have to meet with that person, the other team leader. So I'm delegating, I'm organizing my life better. I'm trying to be completely 7th level, which I never focused on before I joined Keller Williams. I want to come in if I want to come in. I'm getting the right people in place, but I just have a system in place. My team, that did somewhere around, what did I tell you, 2.6, 2.7 million in GCI this year so far, 1 hour a week. My commercial properties, 1 hour a week. I have an apartment locating division, not even an hour a week. So I've grown the company, but it's helped me focus on spiritual, family, business, keep my priorities in order. It's helped me recruit and retain the right people. It's helped me build 7th level wealth and work towards that goal. It's helped me in so many ways. And the fact that I've gotten to help, my whole goal now is helping other people, the 5 people that are my wealth determiners, be as successful as they can. That's all I have to do in life right now. Find the right people and help them build wealth, and I automatically benefit. And that's how Keller Williams has helped me, and I really appreciate y'all listening to my story. If I can answer any questions, I'd be happy to and honored. I think it's a wonderful company. I'm only sad about one thing with this company. Do you want to know what it is? I didn't join sooner. When I was the top guy for Remax for 20 years, you want to know how much I made for that? If I was profit sharing with Keller Williams all those years, I'd be making a couple $100,000 a year already in profit sharing and growth share. I'm already making thousands per month. And I just joined 3 years ago. So anyway, I just want to share how it's influenced my life. Thank you.
Just from the recruiting process, how long did it take you to really shift?
Oh, and I did shift from a Remax office to, thank you for asking me that, to a Keller Williams office. And they weren't happy about it. The only way they wanted to see me leave is feet first. They fought me diligently. But it was a real good shift. We had about 65 agents. I think we went down to 55. And within a year, we were back at about 140.
So how long was that?
This year, right now, we're at 213.
How did the process from you being with Remax?
It was real easy. You know, Remax kept telling me, Joe, you're just not a good recruiter. It's your fault. I said, okay. But when I hired, all I did is hire the right team leader, found that right person, and let them recruit and continue to support them. I don't run the company anymore. Some people say that they want to run a company. I don't want to run a company. I want to find the right people that are going to help me build the company. I went through a team leader that was pregnant. She left, okay, because she was expecting a baby, and she said, I'm going to come back, but lo and behold, you know, she wanted to spend time with her baby. Again, God, family, business, I support that. Okay, another team leader who had his mom had cancer. He had to go move out of town to support that. Now I've got the third team leader who's wonderful, and he's helped me build the office, and I've already helped him become operating principal of another market center, team leader of mine, and now we're buying a third office for him right now. And all he's got to do is run it, and I give him ownership. Okay, he earns in his ownership on all these different companies, and I'm helping him build as well. But the changeover was not that hard. I thought.
How long?
No, we ended April 10th with April 9th with Remax, and April 10th we were changing over to Keller Williams. We thought all of our agents might leave. We lost like 5 or 10. I thought I might lose all my listings. I had like 140, 150 listings. I think I lost 2. I thought people wanted me because of the balloon. They wanted me because of me. It was a huge aha to me. You know, so they, you know, so this is what, you know, it's amazing. This is an amazing company, and the fact that I have, you know, that you have all the resources of this company. There's no other company, as been said up here before, that can train like Keller Williams. If they're this little independent company, or even if there was Remax, you know, Remax stands for Real Estate Maximums. Well, there aren't that many maximums anymore. You have to bring up the lower end, and they don't have the training programs for that. This is an amazing company, and it's going to be that way for many years.